I'll take a nice long deep breath, fill up your lungs, stick on my fingers for a second. Just keep looking there. Well, you know what? Way down, just deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper down. Just 5, going deeper and deeper still. Way down to 4. All into 3, so deeper and deeper still. 2. And then way down. Notice how your legs are strong beneath you. They'll always hold you. They're actually like 2 RSJs, so they're steel beneath you. They'll always hold you at all times, nice and safe. As I just plop your hand down and go 10 times deeper relaxed. You can even go 20 times with you, deeper and deeper and deeper still. And from this point forward, everything I say to you becomes your reality. No matter how silly or stupid it might seem at that time, it just instantly becomes your reality. And you can just gently nod your head as you understand. Fantastic. And again, as I just pull down there, just go deeper and deeper still. Sleep, deeper and deeper down. And that's absolutely fantastic. I'm going to just gently turn you around. You can keep your eyes closed. I'm just going to turn you around about 180 degrees to the left. And you can just gently turn with me. You can just gently move your feet. And I'll just keep turning you, Susan, until we need to stop. You can keep going, and keep going. I'm just going to put you about here, Susan. And you left or right-handed, Susan? Right, fantastic. What I'd like you to do is, I'm just going to give you a marker, Susan. And in front of you there's a blackboard, or a whiteboard, if you like. And what I want you to do is just draw really small circles, as fast as you can. Really small. Now just keep going in one circle. That's it. Keep going in one spot. Keep going, that's it. And just keep going round and round and round and round and round. Just like when your heart pumps blood around your body, it goes round and round and round your body without you even thinking about it. Just like that pen note goes round and round and round, you're not even thinking about it. Not only that, I bet you it's impossible to stop doing it. Now you can try and stop it, but notice the more you try to stop it, Susan, it gets stronger, it gets faster, it gets faster, it gets stronger. Now your subconscious mind at any stage, it can choose to go back the other way. I won't say anything. If it chooses to do it, it will just decide to do it itself. That's what that means is your subconscious mind is in part of this conversation. So subconscious mind, when you're in a position for me to help you change your whole life here with anxiety, panic, not being in control, when you're ready to do that, you can stop the tendencies. You can just go deep, deep, deep. Fantastic. I'm just going to gently lift this pen for a second. I'm not going to speak directly to your subconscious. I'm going to speak directly to your subconscious, Susan. What that means is I'm not speaking to you anymore. I'm speaking to your subconscious mind. So subconscious mind, I want you to just think about being in water, that sense of not being in control, heights, crowds, any situations previously where you felt that anxiety. I mean, you could just imagine that could be Susan, don't you? So subconscious mind, I just want you to start moving the pen any direction you like, and do that for me now. And you can go round, squares, circles, triangle, it doesn't matter. Whatever you want, subconscious. And again, when you're ready to communicate with me to get rid of this horrible feeling, when you're ready to do that, you can stop the pen. Because what we're looking for here, subconscious mind, is a situation where you were not in control before the age of 7. Fantastic. What I'd like you to do now, subconscious mind, is just write down the age you were the first time you felt this feeling. Do it for me now, subconscious. Write down the age you were the very first time you felt the feeling. And if 3 years is right, just nod that head, subconscious. Fantastic. The next thing I want you to do, subconscious mind, is write out a word that has everything to do with this anxiety. Do that for me now, subconscious. Write down a word that has everything to do with this anxiety. Do it for me now. And again, you can count backwards from 20, Susan. As your subconscious mind reveals a word that has everything to do with this anxiety. The word is help, is that right? So obviously subconscious mind, there's a situation before where you were completely out of control and you needed somebody's help. And that's true, subconscious, is gently not. Fantastic. So 3 years of age, and again, I want you to write down another word of the situation. If it was water, crowds, heights, just write down the word that is everything to do with the situation you were actually in. At 3 years of age where you needed help. Do that for me now, subconscious, right now. Over. And if over is right, just nod your head. So, again, what I'm going to do, subconscious, is ask you to just turn this pen in circles and do this automatically by yourself. And while you're doing that, I want you to take Susan right back to that time, 3 years of age, where she needed help and it was related to over. When she's there, she can tell me everything there is to know about her subconscious mind stuff. Take her right back to that situation, 3 years of age, where she needed help. There was everything to do with the word over. And when you're there, subconscious mind, where Susan can tell me everything about it, stop the time. While that's happening, Susan, you can just count back. Tripping back to 9. Almost 8. As your subconscious mind uncovers the reason, the situation, the event. You needed help at 3 years of age. Fantastic. And just daytime or nighttime, Susan? In your mind, tell me now, day or night?
Day.
Inside or outside?
Outside.
People there?
Yeah.
3 years of age, what's happening?
Feet running.
Say again, Susan?
Running.
What were you running? Or why were you running?
No, people running, panic.
Why?
Running.
Why were they panicked? Just listen to your gut. Why were they panicked?
Fire.
Fire. Okay. And whereabouts was this?
In a building.
In a building. Yeah, and how do you feel in this situation?
I can't get over the wall.
Over. Can't get over the wall.
Yeah.
Okay. And how do you feel in this situation?
Frightened.
Think you're going to die?
Yeah.
Okay, lovely stuff. I'm just going to gently nudge that. Your hand will drop down. The pen will stay in your hand. Just calm down. There you go. Just going to gently turn it back again, Susan. As you turn to the right, you're going to go deeper and deeper into trance. Every step you take to the right, you go deeper and deeper and deeper down. And what we're going to do is I'll just count from 5 down to 1. You're going to go right back to that 3-year-old before there was anything seriously happened with the fire. So 5, just go right back, Susan. 4, go right back to that younger you before she was in that situation with the fire. She couldn't get over the wall. 3, 2, 1. And when you're with her, it's not Juliet. She's cute. Oh, she is. Pick her in your arms, Susan. Give her the biggest hug you've ever given anybody in your life. Make her feel special and safe in your arms. When she feels special and safe in your arms, it's not Juliet. Now, I'm going to ask you a question. Did anything bad happen that day? Did anything bad happen to her that day? No, not really. I know, I can appreciate when she was there, it seemed very, very scary, and she probably thought she couldn't get through this. But do you mind me asking me what age you are today, Susan?
59.
So she survived 56 years after this day. So nothing bad happens, isn't it? Okay. So before it happens this time, I want you to tell her that before the fire happens, before she can't get over the wall, before people run, that nothing bad can happen. It's impossible. It really is. And that's not me just saying that. This is a fact. You're 59. That's 56 years ago. You're still alive. So nothing bad happens. So pick her in your arms, Susan, and tell her that in a moment she's going to go through the exact same situation. She's going to be there, people running around the place, she's going to struggle to get over the wall, but it doesn't matter because nothing bad can happen. And when she believes that, doesn't that your head? Okay. Now, Susan, I want you to imagine her in the exact same situation, going through the exact same situation with the help and the fire, and getting over the wall, people running everywhere. And compared to the very first time, how does she feel?
Safe.
Safe. Yeah. Imagine her coming back to you saying, please let me do it again. And you say, go on, one more time. She runs off. She gets all excited. She watches the whole situation. People running. She tries to get over the wall. She's actually laughing now because she can't get over the walls. And she finds it very funny because now she realises nothing bad happened. She's wasting her time even trying to get over the wall. And imagine her coming back to you, please, one more time, let me do it again. You can let her do it one more time, Susan. This time she comes back roaring laughing. How does she feel this time?
Happy.
Happy. Imagine her shrinking down in a real comfortable way, size of a pea in the palm of your hand. Imagine placing her in your heart, Susan. Where you can keep her safe, you can cherish her, you can love her. Imagine her in there right now laughing. And go back yourself right now, Susan, right back, 3 years of age, trying to get over the wall, fire, people running everywhere. And compare that to the first time, how does it feel?
Funny.
Fun. Fun. As I push down your shoulder, that's just going to be the way it's always is from now on. Fun. Fun. And let your mind take you to the next scene, situation or event that may have anything to do with this. I truly believe your subconscious mind is that powerful that this was one of the most strongest events you could have went through. 3 years of age, trying to get over a wall, other people running around the place, is a massive event. Yeah, massive. Because the perception of a 3-year-old is, I'm going to die. Yeah. Because people panic in that situation. You feel like you're going to be left behind. Would that be something? Do you ever feel like you've been left behind? Yeah. Let's go back to her again. Let's pick her up again and tell her that from this day forward, she'll never be left behind again. Because if no one else looks after you, you will. You'll always be there for her. To keep her safe, strong. As I just chop your hand here again, your mind will take you to another event, scene, situation, if there's any to go to. And when your hand flops down, it will take you to the next scene, situation, or event, if there's anywhere to go to. That has everything to do with this feeling. Just let your mind take you there now. And if your mind is taken to a new scene, situation, or event, doesn't matter. Okay. First impressions, day or night?
Day.
Inside or outside?
Outside.
People there.
Yeah.
First number in your mind, Susan. First number. Quick.
9.
9. What's happening?
In a wood.
In a wood. Forest, like a wood.
Yeah.
What happens next?
With the girl guides.
With the girl guides. What happens next?
There's a river.
Oh. Okay, what happens next?
Jump into the river.
Jump into the river. What happens?
Down under the
Like
water.
no bottom.
Yeah.
So you can see there, and I'm going to talk to everybody in the room, Susan, but you can listen too, because I know you understand this. So we started this whole thing off with a fear of not being in control of water, where when she put her feet down, there was no bottom. But that was classically conditioned to the very first event at 3 years of age, where she thought she was going to die, where she was in a situation of not being in control. So the next strong event attached to that one. So Susan would have thought, well, no, a big fear of water. And she had, but it wasn't the real cause. The real cause was the not being in control of the tree. So before she jumps into the river, Susan, pick her up in your arms, give her a big hug. Make her feel loved, safe. Tickle her, make her laugh. Tell her she's going to be a hypnotist someday. And tell her in a moment that she's going to jump into the water. And this time, instead of worrying about the bottom or not, because she doesn't die, am I right? She can't die. Because this is 50 years ago. Unless there's 2 of you, is there? No. It's just the one of you. So she doesn't die. So tell her this time when she jumps in, there's no bottom, she's going to love that feeling. She's going to love it. You know why? It's exhilarating. It makes her feel alive. But not only that, she realizes she is in control. Because if she lives to 59, that's brilliant control. Think of all the people who haven't made that age yet. They haven't achieved what you've done. They haven't made 59 years. So imagine her now jumping into the water this time, screaming with joy. Loving that feeling of letting go, loving that feeling of taking chances and risks. How does she feel this time compared to the first time? That's good, isn't it?
Good.
Yeah. Imagine putting her in your heart, and now you got the 9-year-old looking after the 3-year-old. Imagine them sitting on a red couch in your heart, full of safety and love, security. And go back yourself. Imagine running into the water right now. Jump in, no bottom, boom, straight in. And compare that to the first time, Susan. How's it feel?
Great.
Great, okay. Again, I'm going to flop your hand down. Your mind will take you to the next scene, situation, or event. If there's any to go to. If there's not, your mind will just give you a blank. So just 3, 2, 1. And again, it's first impression, Susan. There. Or if it's blank, just say blank.
Okay.
Fantastic. What I want you to do is imagine getting into the swimming pool and you jump into the deep end. How does that feel?
Good.
Good. Imagine being on heights, back of a car going down the laneway. How does that feel?
Okay.
Okay. Put it this way. Try and get it back for me. The feeling you had 10, 15 minutes ago, try and get it back, my sister. Imagine anything you want to imagine to get it back. But no sense of possible. Only when you're certain you can't. Oh no, take your time, but only when you're certain you can't. You can just imagine. Okay, fantastic. Just before we finish this, I'm just going to turn you back 180 degrees to the left. You're going to go deeper and deeper into trance. All the way down, deeper and deeper. And the reason I'm turning around is, number one, is I want to thank your subconscious mind. I'm sure you do too. Because not only has it protected you for 56 years, It's always kept you safe in its perception of what was dangerous for you. But would you believe it knows everything about you? Yeah, of course. So what we're going to do is going to ask your subconscious mind to take control of this arm, again, this pen, and again, we'll just give it that instruction by just going around in circles. And again, subconscious part of Susan, when you're ready to communicate with me, you can stop the pen. Fantastic. And again, subconscious, I'm just going to put it here for you. And what I want you to do, subconscious mind, is I want you to write down the name of the present you got for your second birthday. And just do it now, subconscious. Write down the name of the present you got for your second Christmas. Fantastic. And now I'm going to ask you to write out 7 numbers between 1 and 47. And you can do that for me now. And imagine these are the winning numbers. Just let your subconscious do it for you. Don't even think about it, Susan. Let the subconscious do it. That's it. 8, 10. That's it. Cool. So we got 1. Fantastic. Lovely stuff. Brilliant. In a moment, Susan, your eyes are open. When they open, you're going to be really, 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 really surprised to realise you do not have any issues with anxiety. You're going to be really surprised to realise that you do not have any issues with being out of control. But probably even more surprised that you can't let the backer go either. So just 1, slowly, easily, effortlessly. 2, feel yourself come back to normal levels of awareness. 3, you can just gently turn around towards the people there, Susan. Notice the marker stuck to your hand. But not only that, can you try and get that anxiety back?
No.
Seriously, give it a go. There's a swimming pool downstairs. Would you get into it? I'm not saying you have to, but would you? You would?
Yeah.
Would you have done that before we stood up here?
No.
Is there anything else you'd do right now that you feel you couldn't have done 20 minutes ago?
Jump out of a plane.
Well, that's pretty good. Okay, no pressure. You'd have to get a parachute jump. Oh, nice. Try, just before you sit down, Susan, think of something that normally would have frightened you. Because I really want you to see that this is gone.
No.
Okay. Do you want to see what you got for your second birthday? Dog? Cups.
Cups and saucers, yeah.
Oh, cups and saucers. Very good. And there's one number, I think it's 11. So anybody want to write this down? 8, 10, 11, 4, 14 and 17. Are you thinking about any of that?
No.
No. So basically, what was happening there was all completely automatic. Do you realise that you answered your own problems? Sorry, if you just stand over here, sorry. Sorry. Over here, sorry. Do you realise that you've answered your own issues? Because your subconscious mind told us that you were 3.
Okay.
When it first happened, it wrote down at number 3. Not only that, you needed help in that situation. Okay? But not only that, the word over had everything to do with it, and you couldn't get over a wall. You see the way your subconscious mind gave us the information we needed? So automatic writing is extremely powerful too. But you can get into automatic writing, then you can get into creative writing through hypnosis. You can actually get someone hypnotized and let them go off in it. And they can turn out the most beautiful things, you couldn't believe it. It's only when you put your attention and consciousness on doing something that you mess it up. It's when you're using your gut instinct, it's normally fine. It's like painting, you know, you're coming and you're trying to cut the paint in. As soon as you start overthinking it, you start getting on the wall everywhere. But when you were doing it naturally, it's just, how do you feel?
Great.
Sorry about that. Try and get it at this hand. But quite incredible. But I always like doing something like that, just because a lot of people sometimes think, well, I'm talking to him, like, maybe I'm not hypnotized. Yeah. So it's nice just to show some of these. Yeah. I know. You can have it. Go on. Thanks a lot. Thank you.